the Bible tells stories of women who did not set good examples as mothers. Undoubtedly, these mothers had significant shortcomings in their parenting, and in many cases, the way they failed in their motherly responsibilities hurt their children's upbringing. Both in the Old and New Testaments, we find examples of mothers who did not act in the best way, ranging from simpler situations to more serious ones. And in today's video, we will learn about the 5 worst mothers in the Bible. But before we begin, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, and if you like the video, please leave a like. Number 1. Peninnah, the arrogant and provocative mother. Peninnah's story in the Bible teaches us an important lesson, even though it is a brief story. She was one of the wives of Elkanah and had children, while the other wife, Hannah, did not. Peninnah used to provoke and irritate Hannah because of this. This shows that Peninnah had an unpleasant and proud attitude. She used her children to boast and made Hannah feel bad. Peninnah had the opportunity to showcase her children in worship to God, but that didn't help her. God blessed Hannah's humility, and she had a son, Samuel. However, Peninnah is not mentioned further in the story. God valued Hannah's attitude and the significance of Samuel. Peninnah's story reminds us that acting with pride and provocation is not good. God does not like that. We should be humble. There are proverbs in the Bible that speak about how God dislikes arrogant people. Peninnah used her children to feel superior to Hannah, but that is not the right thing to do. Peninnah also forgot that it is God who gives all good things, including the ability to have children. Number 2. Rebekah, the mother who preferred one of her sons. Rebekah was a virtuous and God-fearing woman. She is a significant figure in the Bible, but she also made some questionable choices as a mother. Rebekah's mistake was related to the favoritism she showed towards one of her sons. This behavior, shared by her husband Isaac, caused prolonged conflicts in their family. Jacob was Rebekah's favorite son, while Esau was Isaac's favorite. This led to lies and deception in the family, reaching a point where one son wished to kill the other. As a result, Rebekah had to face the anguish of seeing her favorite son, Jacob, leave home to escape the threats of her other son, Esau. After Jacob's departure, Rebekah never saw him again in her lifetime. This serves as a reminder that even devout people can face challenges and make mistakes in raising their children. The problem of favoring one child over others is that it always generates feelings of rejection and envy, as well as a lot of competition and opposition among siblings. The family environment will be less peaceful if parents treat their children with partiality, granting advantages to one over another. Number 3. Athaliah, a bloodthirsty mother. The wicked Queen Jezebel had a daughter named Athaliah, who seemed to amplify her mother's evilness even further. Athaliah married Jehoram, the son of King Jehoshaphat, and introduced her family's idolatry into the kingdom of Judah. Furthermore, she influenced her husband to kill his brothers. After the death of her father and brothers, Athaliah exerted a negative influence over her son Ahaziah, leading him to assume the throne of Judah. His reign was short-lived as he was also killed about a year later. Athaliah seized the opportunity to take the throne of Jerusalem. It was in this context that she proved to be a terrible figure for her family. All of her sons had been killed, leaving only her grandsons. However, in an insane act, Athaliah ordered the massacre of her grandsons in a bid to eliminate the Davidic lineage and maintain her grip on power. Fortunately, one of her grandsons, just 1 year old, was saved by an ant and lived hidden in the temple for 6 years. He eventually became king at the age of 7, leading a priestly uprising in Jerusalem against Athaliah. The conclusion of this tragic story prompts us to reflect on the influential power of mothers as role models for their children. Athaliah's cruelty and cunning disrupted her own son's life. Number 4. Herodias, the manipulative mother. Herodias, married to Herod and previously to his brother Philip, is a prominent figure in the Bible. She faced constant rebukes from John the Baptist, who criticized her marriage to her brother-in-law and wrongful actions. John's opposition to their relationship and his call for repentance deeply angered Herodias. She was determined to silence the prophet at any cost, seeking opportunities to have him killed. Although Herod feared John the Baptist, he kept him in prison for safety. From her previous marriage, Herodias had a daughter and, using cunning, manipulated the situation to achieve her goals. On Herod's birthday, she used her daughter to carry out an evil plan. The young girl danced before Herod and his guests, winning his favor and securing a request. Prompted by her mother, the girl asked for the head of John the Baptist. Herodias manipulated her daughter to fulfill her desires. She conspired and succeeded in the execution of John the Baptist. The wickedness and cunning of this mother deeply affected her daughter's heart. Exposure to immorality at home, including her mother's betrayal of her father to be with her uncle, along with the intense hatred she harbored for John the Baptist, led the daughter to share in this malicious and murderous nature. This story highlights how Herodias corrupted her daughter, imparting wrong principles and influencing her negatively. Number 5. The mother judged by Solomon. During the early reign of King Solomon, an anonymous woman played a terrible role in the biblical story of motherhood. Two women who lived together gave birth almost simultaneously, with only a 3-day difference between their deliveries. One night, one of these women accidentally smothered her child while sleeping. However, the real problem arose with her actions after this tragedy. Instead of expressing sadness over her loss, she acted deceptively. During the night, she stealthily swapped her dead child for the other woman's sleeping baby. She treated the situation as if she were replacing a damaged and worthless object. In the morning, when the true mother woke up to breastfeed her child, she immediately sensed something was wrong. She quickly identified that the baby was not hers but rather the child of the woman she shared the house with. The dispute over the baby's possession came to King Solomon's attention. Before the king, both women claimed to be the child's mother. To resolve the impasse, Solomon proposed cutting the baby in half with a sword so that each mother would have half of the child. The real mother immediately begged for the baby to be given to the other woman, preferring to have him alive, even if with the woman who had taken her place. On the other hand, the woman who had claimed the baby agreed to the proposal, revealing her selfish intent to see the other mother also suffer the loss. Observing their reactions, Solomon quickly recognized the truth and returned the baby to the real mother. We do not know what happened to the woman who tried to deceive us. There is no information about whether she eventually repented or had more children. However, her behavior raises questions about what kind of mother she could have been to the baby, as her attitude displayed detachment and selfishness in the face of a difficult situation. Were you already familiar with all these mothers? Which one do you think is the worst? Comment below. And if you liked it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. God bless you.